Gamecocks. Taking college football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Missouri's offense will get the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollock.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Gamecocks offense will get the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Got it inside the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Going to the ground. And he'll find enough run get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Looking to throw on third. Fires left. Pulls it in. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tigers are on the move. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
And he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound.
Touchdown, Tiger! Fit it in the window for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Give to the single back. Breaks the tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Gamecocks pick up the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to... He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Hard running there. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Trying to punch it in. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to sneak it. Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
South Carolina, 14, Missouri, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Here's a heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses that phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they are looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin them deep. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting starting from their own 28. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the ground with the back. Nice move to keep running. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! The extra point here would tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The give to the back. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Finding open areas. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
the chains now on 2nd and long. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll run it from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into half.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun 1st half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge.
He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. With jet sweep pass. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the move, it's Hardy. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. He's looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up. The play action fake. That's caught. It's Manning. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers are on the move. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hardy. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tiger! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now he'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Makes the grab on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
That's caught. It's Harbor. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for room. It's Hardy. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch. It's Manning.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Punt is in the air. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. Going to try to get it himself. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit?
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. With the catch, it's Hunt.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And some room to work. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Ready to get the 1st down.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? He'll run it again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, South
That's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
On the move from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Terry. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Wide open spaces. He's a touchdown Tiger. They move on top here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
He'll start the return inside the spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, He probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's out past the 35. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Defensively, the clock late in the game when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Harbor. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
The Gamecocks have a lot of options on second and inches. They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Missouri has the clock on its side.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. It'll be 3rd and long.
29 Philly.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air, it's Sellers. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep. And don't let anyone get behind you.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.